All right, remember when I said March was a book month, so it's gonna be full book haul as well. Here's number one. It's pretty small, just because I'm trying to keep it reasonable for my sanity and yours, and so that this thing doesn't get too tough to put stuff on. But yeah, this is what I got in the past couple weeks. So first up, I'm finally continuing on with his favorite. This is volume 10. I read volumes 1 through 9 a couple years ago. I really enjoyed them. This is a BL series, and it is like kind of a parody. It reminds me a little bit of Nozaki, but not as funny. I mean, nothing's as funny as Nozaki, but it's in a similar vein where it's just so over the top, and there's just so many weird plot twists. I love it. So I'm excited to continue on with this. Then I did get a book of the month. I got Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. I read her reboot series when I was in high school, and I enjoyed them. I thought they were kind of fun. I believe this has a true crime podcast element to it, which is a genre that has kind of, blown up in the past couple years. And I don't think I've ever read a single one of them, but I have like so many of them in the book well because I like true crime podcasts. So I'm like, this seems so much fun, but I haven't read one yet. But no, I think this should be a fun time. I'm interested to see if Amy Tintera's writing has grown at all, because I remember liking the reboot series, but I know that it wasn't like especially very, very good. All right, then I've got the 4th volume of the Durarara manga by Ryokyo Narita, and I like this. I like this series. I was into the anime a lot when I was in high school. It's one of the classics. It's so good. So I'm excited to continue on with the manga because I only ever read the first 2 volumes, and I have them, on my shelves. But now I've got volumes 3 and 4 as well, which is super fun. This is a manga about a kid who moves to Ikebukuro, and there's so much gang stuff and supernatural stuff, and there's a lot going on. And Durarara, like, it's hard to explain. There's a lady without a head running around. It's great. All right, then I got the 3rd book in the series that started with Flowers in the Attic, and I've been getting these in like the old awesome hardcovers. So I got If There Be Thorns by V.C. Andrews, which is again the 3rd book, and I have them all in these like really old awesome black hardcovers. This Flowers in the Attic is a fucking classic. It's gross, but I love it. Petals on the Wind was batshit, and I'm expecting If There Be Thorns to be batshit as well. If you are unaware, if your mom wasn't traumatized in the 90s, Flowers in the Attic is about this perfect family, and the dad dies and they don't have any money, and so they have to go live with their grandparents. However, for some reason, the grandparents don't like that the mom ran off with the dad. Hint, it's because it's incest. And so the mom has to lock the kids up in the attic until the grandpa dies. However, mom likes her lifestyle a little bit too much, and she starts thinking that maybe she don't want these kids in the attic. Also, while this is happening, the brother and sister fuck in the attic. So yeah, it's bad shit. But I'm excited to continue on. Then I've got the 1st book in a series that I had the 3rd book of, so I have to go back and get the 1st book. And that is A Princess of the Chamelin, I don't know, by Cherry Wilder. This is the 1st book of the Rules of High Lore. I don't know what this is about, except for that it is a fantasy. So that's all I know. Then I got 3 Brenna Jovanov books, and she writes like it's like in a Holly Black area. That's where she is. So we got The Space Between, which I believe is some sort of Paradise Lost thing, because Pandemonium is mentioned in the inside flap. So like she's in hell. It's a fun time. Archangel, stuff like that. And then we've got the one by her that I actually read when I was in high school, and it is The Replacement, which is about a changeling. So that's fun. And then the 3rd one has a creepy house on the front, and that's all I know about it. That is Fiendish. So I like that. I wasn't aware that Jovanov had put out so many books. I knew she had put out The Replacement and like one other book, but I didn't know that she had so many. So that's pretty exciting. Then we've got another series that I've been collecting a bunch of. I'm kind of sad that I have so many of these in these kind of crappy little paperbacks. I kind of wish I had the really old, cool hardcovers that like I had some of the copies of the series in when I was a kid, but those are like expensive, and these are like $3, and I mostly just want to read them. And that's The Wizard of Oz. And so I have Rinky-Tink in Oz. And I don't remember which one this is. Which one is it? Which one is it? You're not gonna tell me. Oh, it's on the back. It's number 10. So I have this. So yeah. Then I've got a book that anybody in their right mind would just buy on Kindle, but I didn't. I bought it in paperback, and that is His Reluctant Omega by Kellex. This is an Omegaverse book. And that's really all you need to know about it. It's huge. What is up with like Kindle Unlimited romance authors and writing their books to be like I guess to get those KU page reads. I guess that's what it is. But like, goddamn. 600 pages? Is that like, anyway. Then I've got a regular romance that was published by a regular publisher, and that is Party of Two by Jasmine Guillory, which I mostly grabbed because I heard that the male main character was a pushover. And I was like, let's check that out. All right. Do you need something, ma'am? Hello? I have a visitor who's just sniffing around. We were gone all day yesterday, so she was all alone. All right. Then I did get the first 3 books in the Seven Realms series, which I read when I was in high school, and then I liked them fine. And then when I was out of high school, I read the sequel series, and I loved them, so I'm excited to reread these. I got the Demon King by Cindy Williams Chima. The second book is The Exiled Queen, and the third book is The Grey Wolf Throne. So very fun. This is a fantasy series. It's very typical high fantasy, young adult fantasy. Very typical pre-Sarah J. Maas young adult fantasy. There are no fairies. So, got this. And then I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday, which was very exciting. Because the nearest Barnes & Noble is a couple hours away. So I did get the 5th volume of Given. I own 1 through 4. I've read 1 through 3. This is like one of the best BL series that's ever been written in, like, ever. This follows these boys, and they're in a band, and this one's a little depressed, and it's so wonderful. It's sweet, and it's not too rushed, but it's not like Sasaki and Miyano style slow burn. It's so good. And there are some good like side couples, and the art is wonderful. Like, it's phenomenal. I'm excited to keep going. Then I also picked up another two more books by 2 authors that I just love and I haven't read enough books from. The first one of those authors is Poppy Z. Bright. I got Lost Souls. There were 2 of her books. I got to choose between 2 Poppy Z. Bright books, which was great. But this one, I believe, is about vampires, and on the back it says sex, blood, and rock and roll. And I'm absolutely convinced that this, like, Exquisite Corpse, like, ruined me for cannibalism books forever, and I feel like this is gonna ruin me for vampire books forever. Like, it's just gonna be too good. Like, I just know it in my soul. Like it's gonna be too good. And the other author that got a book of that I do not have, this is one of his more popular ones, I got Rules of Attraction by Bret Easton Ellis, and that's exciting. Bret Easton Ellis, for the past couple years, if you're unaware, has written my favorite book of the year. Last year, my favorite book of the year was The Shards. Year before, it was Glamorama. This year, it'll probably either be Rules of Attraction or American Psycho. Do I have any other else books in the book wall? I got one. I think I have the sequel to Imperial Bedrooms. And Less Than Zero wasn't like my favorite, but like it was good. Like, it was a 4.5 instead of a 5-star. But no, I don't know much about this except for that it does have a connection to Glamorama, and that Victor in Glamorama is like one of the characters' like off-screen boyfriends in here, because he is off gallivanting across Europe. So that's gonna be great. Like, but no, I love Ellis. Like, he's oh, whoa, there he is. There's my boy. Oh, beautiful. Okay, that's where we're at right now. But yeah, that is my book haul. This is the first book haul of March. There will be more, I'm sure. But yeah, it's a book month. But after this, I got 2 non-book months. So, you know, after March, it'll start to dry up for a couple months until June. So that's that. I'll talk to you later, and goodbye.